Hey you guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And today I'm going to do a little bit of a book haul as well as a huge book club announcement. So as you may know, Peter's book club as well as a true crime book club that I run with my good Judy Mel. Hey Mel, how are you? Has taken a little bit of a hiatus, but we are coming back. Both groups are coming back in February. So I wanted to make some announcements about that. First, let's talk about a true crime book club. So a true crime book club will reconvene in February with a new book. But before we do that, we are going to have the next book club live stream, which will be a little bit of a catch up over the last two books that we read, and then which is The Girl in the Leaves and Kitty Genovese. We will be talking about those two books, but we will also be doing a bit of a business meeting where we're going to talk about, should we go back to doing it every single month? We were doing it every single month, the live stream for a while. Or should we go back to keep it the same as doing it every other month? How would you guys like us to do it? Things like that. So we're going to have a little bit of a business meeting. We're also going to have a business meeting going forward after the February book. Should there be a theme to 2024? Should we do like all serial killers? Should we do like things that are currently going on? Only new books? Only old books? What should we do? So we're going to have a business meeting about all kinds of things. So if you are part of a true crime book club and you want to be part of that business meeting, come over there. You can guest and share your opinion, or you can put your comments in the comment sections and we will read them and we will talk about all things a true crime book club. And a true crime book club, Mel has already made an event for this on the Facebook group. If you want to join the Facebook group, the link is below. It's below, I think, all of my channels. All you have to do is go over there. I think there's 3 questions that you answer, and then basically you're a member of it. And so any important information as far as like what books we're reading, when the live streams are going to be and things like that, Mel posts over there. And I think just yesterday maybe, or the day before, she posted when the next live stream would be, and she made an event. So the next live stream will be, hold on a second, it's the last Sunday in January. Let me see where I was texting Mel asking her about all this. Okay, so I'll just look it up on the dates. So the next live stream will be Sunday, January 28th, and it will be 4 p.m. Eastern time. So I know that Sundays are not great for a lot of people. Is that Super Bowl Sunday? You know what? I have no idea. I should probably check. I mean, we're still going to do it anyway. So, but I need to look and see. When is I have no idea when Super Bowl Sunday is. Super Bowl 2024. Watch, it'll be January 20th. When is Super Bowl 2024? Why can't I, February 11th. So no, we're safe. We're safe for that. Because we always do live streams and people are like, do you realize it's, you know, this day or that day? And we're like, oh my God, we totally forgot. So anyway, Mel and I are not big on the sports. Well, I should say I'm not big on the sports. You know, Mel, she might like a good hockey game. No, she doesn't. Mel and I are not big on the sports. So we don't really care if there's like a big sports game going on or anything like that. But anyway, so the next live stream, it's also going to just be a like get back together, you know, bring your own drink, bring your own snack, sit down, have a conversation. Let's all just get back together and have a talk about some books. We might be asking, you know, random questions like, what are y'all reading right now? What do you recommend? Things like that. So just be, you know, a fun hour, an hour and a half of us just like getting together and talking and things like that. And I'm really, really excited about it. We haven't done one in a long time. So the next True Crime Book Club live stream will be Sunday, January 28th at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The next thing I wanted to say was the book, or the next thing I wanted to tell you was the book that we are going to be reading for February. So you guys can request it from your library or buy it on Audible or buy it on Amazon or wherever you want to buy your books. Okay. The book that we will be reading, and this is at the recommendation of Mel. So Mel is obsessed with this case, okay? And she's also a huge fan of the author of this book. Now, I have watched a lot of the documentaries about this as well. I think Mel has watched everything, read everything about this, except for, I don't think she's read this book. She's like watched everything, she's read everything, so she knows everything about this case. I told her, I said, girl, you're gonna have to take the lead on this live stream. She's like, that's fine. Because she knows everything about it. So we're going to be talking about the Murdaugh murders in February. And like the Murdaugh murders to to Mel is kind of like what Eileen Wuornos and Fox Hollow Farms are to me, like on her level of obsession. So I love that she loves it so much. So the book that we're going to be reading is Blood on Their Hands, Murder, Corruption, and the Fall of the Murdaugh Dynasty by Mandy Matney. And so let's read what this is about. The highly anticipated inside look at the collapse of the Murdaugh Dynasty by the celebrated investigative journalist and creator of the #1 hit Murdaugh Murders podcast, Mandy Matney. Years before the name Alex Murdaugh was splashed across every major media outlet in America, local South Carolina journalist Mandy Matney had an instinct that something wasn't right in the Low Country. The powerful Murdaugh Dynasty had dominated rural South Carolina for generations. No one dared to cross them. When Mandy and her reporting partner, Liz Farrell, looked closer at a fatal boat crash involving this storied family's teenage son, Paul, they began to uncover a web of mysteries surrounding the deaths of the Murdaugh's longtime housekeeper and a young man found slain years earlier on a backcountry road. Just as their investigations were unfolding, the brutal double murder of Maggie and Paul Murdaugh rocketed Alex Murdaugh onto the international stage. From the newsroom to the courtroom to the kitchen table studio where Mandy recorded her #1 Murdaugh Murders podcast, Blood on Their Hands is a propulsive true crime saga, an empathetic work of investigative journalism, and an excoriation of the good old boy systems that enabled a network of criminals. And is it even out yet? Hold on a second. Oh yeah, it came out November 14th of 2023. It's 272 pages long. So, very, very excited about that. That will be the book that we are reading for the month of February. There is no book for January. We are starting again in February after the first live stream. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The next thing I wanted to say, so let me know in the comment section below if you guys are going to be joining Mel and I for February to read that book. I'm very, very excited about it. And finding out even more, you know, Mel has listened to this podcast, I mean, since the very beginning. So she loves this podcast, and I'm really excited to hear about it from the person that was there from the very start. So that's the True Crime Book Club. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about was the book club the book for Peter's book club for the month of February. Okay, now I usually pick some random book that nobody's ever heard of. I've been picking cozy mysteries because I love cozy mysteries so much, but I wanted to do something a little bit different this month. So a video that I have coming up is books that I read while I was on vacation. Although I'm not really sure I'm going to do that. I might do all the books I read in January, which basically means 5 books the first week of January and nothing the rest of the month. I'm like struggling right now. So I'm reading like 2 graphic novels. So this video was going to be a book haul and showing you graphic novels that I'm reading right now, but I think I'll save that video for tomorrow. We'll just do this. Will be just an update. This will just be a book club update video. So anyway, so I read like 5 books while we were on vacation. I read the Heartstopper graphic novel, the new part that came out. I think it was part 5 just came out. And then I read like 4 other books. And one of the books that I read was a sequel to a book that was in Reese's book club. So I went in to see what the January book was for a Reese's book club, which was called First Lie Wins. It's fantastic. I absolutely loved this book. This book was probably one of the best thrillers I've ever read in my entire life. And then I ended up going back and looking at the books from the last couple months for Reese's book club. I had gone in because I had bought these Reese's book club holiday subscription boxes with bags for my cousin Caroline and for a friend. And so I went in and I was like, one night I went through and I looked at, like, she has a list on, you can go to Reese's book club and you can see every book she's ever picked since she started Reese's book club. So I went through, many of them I had already read, but many of them I hadn't. So I went in and I started like looking at all those books, and I was like buying this book, buying that book, buying this book. So I'm gonna have to do an Audible haul as well. So I read like 3 books from Reese's book club. One of them I did not love. The other 2 I just absolutely adored. And the third one that I read was a sequel to one of the books that was on her book list. And that was how I had found out about it originally, because it was on Reese's book club. So I thought for February, we will ride the coattails of Reese's book club. So whenever Reese comes out and announces what the February book is, I know when I say this, it's going to be something horrible. No. I did not love this one book that I read, though, I will say that. Not every book that I've read on her list is fantastic. But whatever book Reese Witherspoon puts out for Reese's book club for February, whatever book she picks, okay, for Reese's Book Club, when it is announced that is the February book for Reese's Book Club, that will be the book that we read for Peter's Book Club for February. Because I just want to share that experience with you guys of what I had so much fun reading along and reading the newest book that she put out and stuff like that. If you haven't done that before, I thought that would be fun for us to do together as, like, you know, one of the things that we do in recovery sometimes is, like, we will take a lot of people from our meeting and we will go to another meeting and, like, visit that meeting. So I thought it would be kind of like Peter's Book Club visiting Reese's Book Club. See, it'd be kind of fun like that. And no, I'm not going to do that every month going forward. I just want to make that clear. I just thought we would do this for 1 month. If we enjoy it, we might do it, you know, another month down the road or something like that. But I thought that we would do that. The other thing I want to ask you as far as, like, Peter's Book Club is, do you think that Peter's Book Club, like, for the February, I'm just using this as an example, but, like, for the upcoming month, it should be a book that I've already read that I recommend to you guys, or should it be a book that we all read together? I enjoy reading it all together. I am going to be more active in this year, making sure that I'm doing review videos where you guys can interact in the comment sections and share your opinions about the books we read and things like that. So I want to make that, that announcement before going forward, so that you guys have a place to share your opinions about the books that you've read and stuff like that. So that's what's going on with the book clubs going forward. I'm very excited to be back on the book clubs. I've missed the book clubs like crazy. I hope that you guys will join Mel and I for True Crime Book Club and me for Peter's Book Club going forward in 2024. Lots of reading to do. I'm really excited about it. This book haul, and well, these are the two, well, I'll talk about them later. The two graphic novels that I'm reading right now, and will have to come later, as well as the books that I read on vacation. So anyway, let me know what you're reading in the comment section below. I always love recommendations from people. If you have a great thriller, please, especially if it's a newer great thriller, please put it in the comment section below. I missed you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.